Hello, little Frida. Frida Reba Dorsey here, and Patricia O'Connor. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Uh, Happy Festivus for the rest of us. Today is Christmas Eve, and for you other nerds in the room, some of us are anxiously awaiting the James Webb Telescope launch, which, after 30 some odd years of waiting, appears to be about 12 hours away. This is actually take two. I already shot this once and did some pinching, only to have a technical. That's the way it goes. I'll spare you my my outtakes, or maybe we'll make that a end of year reel. Not this year. Anyway, this is my Corcus suber, or my cork bark oak. It is very important. It is what we use to get wine corks. They will actually cut these, put a side cut in it, and peel the cork, actually bark off, and harvest it, allowing the trees to come back. And they look skimpy after this procedure. They the same way that a chow would look if shaved, or a sheep always seems to look kind of skinny whenever they get sheared. But anyway, here's what was up. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve, and it is probably about 56 degrees in the Bay Area. And I have gone through and pinched the ends on these. I didn't cut off. You can go, like normally they would say, you can go up to 4 nodes or something, but don't cut all of the new growth off. And you can also, a lot of people would do this in the spring. I'm blessed with the 56 degree winter, and this is an evergreen tree. And you can, it's kind of widely known that you can actually do this kind of work anytime on a cork bark oak. What you can't do is repot it anytime. Most people stick with the rule that you wait until it first starts to first swell in a few areas in the spring, just before it starts to bud out, and you repot it then. I did see Graham Potter once say that he repots his at a different time of year. I'm thinking end of summer. That might, yeah, I believe, because I don't remember. It might have been end of summer or fall, or but the feeling. I remember the gist of it. The gist of it was, sometimes in England, if you wait to just before they bust out for spring, sometimes the winter will throw you a curve. It gets cold again, and you may be looking at another 4 or 5 weeks of cold, in which case you have all of that time to wait and watch and worry about your repot. So with that exception, I think everybody else pretty much repots these guys early spring, just before they really start to bust out. And I did that with this one. Last year, probably at the end of January, 1st of February. I don't remember the exact date. I remember at one point thinking that I might do it the first week of January, but I had a little family tragedy last year around that time that kind of threw that plan back for a couple of weeks. Also, what I had planned to do here was check the gauge, check to see how my wire was digging in, and I don't see that I have a major problem with wire digging in. Also, this is a cork making heavy bark making tree. Last year, I was more worried about leaving marks on it than I was actually getting the branches bent the way I wanted. And as a result, it's like kind of a tug and war back and forth that I don't feel I optimized my work. This year, I'm like, well, you know what? It's a cork bark tree. So if we get a little bit of bite, it'll make bark over it. We're not out to make a bite the way the way we would with our pines, but I don't know that would hurt us either. And because I don't know, I'm not really going to flaunt it. But I am, as of this year and from until I know otherwise, I'm going to make a little more concerted effort to leave the wire on it long enough to get the bends that I want in there. And I'm not going to worry as much about whether or not they bite in, because in the end, it's supposed to make cork. It's not supposed to. It makes cork anyway, so that should help us out. So that's what's going on with there. Also, this may be obvious to everybody else, but I just saw somebody do something the other day, and they weren't even making a big deal out of it, but they were showing where they had a wire. I'm going to feel like a dumbass when everybody goes, duh. They were showing where they had a wire digging in. And so, say I wanted to replace this wire. I like the bend. I like the action. It's doing everything it's supposed to do. So, what I would normally do, if that were the case, is I would start off with a blank slate. I would go, okay, I'm going to take this wire up in here somewhere, undo a couple of wraps, give it a snip back here, take that piece off, loosen this end, give it a snap here, and pull it off that way. And then I'm going to take another wire, wrap it up here, pull it down, wrap that, and wrap that, and wrap that. That's how. And then, because I would have removed the wire, some of this would have gone back out of shape in between reapplying the wire. Well, I was just watching somebody wire the other day, and they were talking about having to do this, and they threw their second wire on, and because they never crossed to begin with, they never crossed. So then they removed their old wire, and when they removed their old wire, the new wire was in place. The bend stayed exactly where it was supposed to be, exactly the way it was supposed to be, and it looked like a really neat job because they didn't actually bend the wire, didn't actually bend the branch with that wire. In this case, they bent the wire with the branch and then removed the old wire that actually did the bending, which caused that wire to look incredibly neat, but at the same time, cut their workload in half. It just seems so obvious to me. I don't know why I did it the other way. And at the risk of being an oh duh moment, I just thought I would go, yeah, if you have to remove some wire, point out that you've been a bit redundant before with that. But I think, as you can see, as I don't really have any heavy dig-in issues. What I'm hoping to do is, because we had dieback this year and I had to take this and cut back a lot of dieback, we did get a lot of back budding. I was hoping to get back budding here. I don't see enough of it, but I got a lot here. Look how much rain. It just started raining. Cutting all these tips will increase the back budding. Cutting all these tips. I didn't take off 2-3 nodes. I just pinched the tips, so to speak. Here, here and here, and I'm hoping that'll increase some back button back here. But what I already have here is a good start. More of that certainly won't hurt, and more here. And these are those old branches. I was complaining as of last year that I was hoping to see more back budding. This is one of our newer branches that we've created. It's back budding nicely. So doing that tip and that tip and that tip and that tip won't do anything but help us. So yeah, this is going to be short and sweet. I hope your holiday is going well. I hope that you are enjoying your time. If you have family, I hope you're enjoying your time with family. I hope if you're just dug in with your little animal or whatever, or if you're by yourself, that I hope that you enjoy that. There's some to be enjoyed in all of it. If nothing else, a little time of our trees, with our trees, or a little time to plot and scheme about our trees. And that's really maybe all we need. So, Frida really appreciates you. I really appreciate you. And happy holidays from the Bonsai balcony. We will do another drop over the weekend. It wasn't supposed to rain until like 3, but it's already started. That's okay. We don't care. We have pumpkin pie and we have some roast bird. So bring it on. We're okay. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will drop another post on the weekend, and I hope you all have a fantastic and merry holiday. Thank you for watching.